Welcome to Story Speak English, the place where stories come alive and help you learn English while being inspired. Today, we dive into the incredible journey of Elon Musk, the boy from South Africa who dared to dream big, defy limits, and change the world. Get ready to explore his struggles, triumphs, and vision for the future. Chapter 1. From South Africa to the World, Childhood and Early Curiosity. Elon Musk's story begins on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa. From the very start, Elon wasn't like other kids. While most children were busy playing outside, Elon could often be found with his nose buried in books, lost in worlds of science fiction, technology, and adventure. By the age of 10, he discovered his first great love, computers. Fascinated by how they worked, he taught himself programming using a manual and endless curiosity. At just 12 years old, Elon created his own video game called Blaster and sold it to a computer magazine for around $500. It wasn't just pocket money, it was his first taste of entrepreneurship. But Elon's childhood wasn't easy. He was quiet, introverted, and often bullied at school. Instead of breaking him, those struggles built resilience. He learned how to endure pain, stay focused on his dreams, and keep moving forward even when no one believed in him. At home, his parents' divorce added to the challenges, but young Elon found refuge in his imagination. He read obsessively, sometimes 10 hours a day, on topics ranging from science and engineering to fantasy and philosophy. Those books became his teachers, shaping the vision of the man he would one day become. What set Elon apart even as a boy was his relentless curiosity. While others asked why, he asked why not. Why not travel to space? Why not build rockets? Why not change the world? This fearless questioning, born in the heart of a quiet boy in South Africa, would later fuel some of the biggest innovations the world has ever seen. The boy who once dreamed of galaxies far away was already planting the seeds to one day reach for the stars. Chapter 2. Dreamer in Action. The Young Entrepreneur. As Elon grew into his teenage years, one thing became clear. He wasn't just a dreamer, he was a doer. While most kids his age were chasing hobbies or hanging out with friends, Elon was already thinking about business and innovation. His first step came with that small video game he coded at 12, Blaster. It wasn't a blockbuster, but it showed him something important. Ideas could be turned into money. This simple realization lit a spark in him. He could build, create, and change things, not just imagine them. At school, though, life was tough. Elon was shy, bookish, and often bullied, sometimes so badly that he ended up in the hospital. But instead of losing confidence, he buried himself deeper into learning. Science, technology, and anything futuristic. Pain became fuel for his ambition. By the time he was in high school, Elon was already dreaming bigger than his surroundings. South Africa felt too small, too limited for his vision. He knew that to truly chase his ideas, he had to go where technology was booming, America. But there was a problem. The journey wasn't simple. Leaving South Africa meant leaving family, friends, and familiarity. Yet Elon was determined. He saw the bigger picture. The world was heading into a technological revolution, and he wanted to be at its center, not watching from the sidelines. So, still just a teenager, Elon began laying the groundwork for his escape into opportunity. He set his sights on Canada as a stepping stone to the United States, where his dreams of invention and entrepreneurship could truly take flight. The young boy who once sold a video game was now preparing to launch himself into a future far larger than anything South Africa could offer. The dreamer was becoming an entrepreneur, one step at a time. Chapter 3. Crossing Borders. Journey to America. Elon Musk always believed that America was the land of opportunity, a place where technology, business, and imagination collided to shape the future. But coming from South Africa during the late 1980s wasn't easy. There were challenges, restrictions, and uncertainty. At 17 years old, Elon made the bold decision to leave everything behind: his home, his family, his country, and step into the unknown. His first stop wasn't the United States, but Canada, where he enrolled at Queen's University in Ontario. Canada gave him two things: a new beginning and a pathway toward his ultimate destination. The U.S. life in Canada wasn't glamorous. Musk worked odd jobs, from cleaning boilers to farming, just to pay his bills. But he never complained. Every struggle was just part of the journey. He knew he wasn't there for comfort. He was there for opportunity. After 2 years, Elon transferred to the University of Pennsylvania in the United States. There he studied physics and economics, two subjects that perfectly matched his twin passions: understanding how the universe works and figuring out how to build businesses that change it. At Penn, Elon stood out, not just for his intelligence, but for his hunger to learn. While others studied for grades, he studied for solutions. He often told friends that he wanted to tackle the three biggest challenges of humanity. 1. Sustainable energy. 2. The Internet. 3. Space exploration. Most people laughed. It sounded impossible. But Elon wasn't joking. During college, he and his roommate even rented a 10-bedroom house, not for fun, but to turn it into a nightclub and make money for tuition. This was classic Musk, using creativity to turn problems into opportunities. By the time Elon graduated, he had 2 degrees, big dreams, and a relentless drive. He wasn't just in America anymore. He was exactly where he needed to be. And soon, the world would begin to see what this young immigrant was truly capable of. Chapter 4: The Internet Gold Rush, Zip2 and PayPal. The 1990s were a magical time in Silicon Valley. The Internet was exploding, and everyone knew it would change the world forever. For Elon Musk, this wasn't just an opportunity. It was the perfect storm. Fresh out of college, with no money but unlimited ambition, Elon and his brother Kimball Musk launched their first startup, Zip2. Their idea was simple but revolutionary: create an online business directory with maps, like a digital version of the Yellow Pages, long before Google Maps or Yelp existed. But life wasn't easy. Elon slept in the office floor, showered at the local gym, and worked endlessly to build the company. Investors didn't take him seriously at first. He was just a 20-something immigrant with no track record. But his determination was unshakable. After years of grinding, Zip2 finally took off. Big companies like the New York Times and Chicago Tribune signed deals with them. Then came the big moment. Compaq bought Zip2 for $307 million in 1999. Elon walked away with $22 million at just 27 years old, but Musk wasn't ready to retire. Instead of enjoying the money, he jumped straight into his next venture, XCOM, an online payment company. At a time when most people were still nervous about using credit cards online, Elon saw the future: digital payments. XCOM later merged with another startup called Confinity, and together they created what we now know as PayPal. The journey wasn't smooth. Elon faced fierce boardroom battles and was even ousted as CEO, but the company grew massively, becoming the world's leading online payment system. In 2002, eBay bought PayPal for $1.5 billion. Elon's share? Around $180 million. For most people, that would have been the end of the story, a rich man sailing into luxury. But for Elon Musk, this was just the beginning. With money in his pocket and fire in his vision, he was now ready to take on his 3 great missions: space, energy, and transportation. The world had seen Elon as an internet entrepreneur, but soon they would know him as the man trying to change humanity's future. Chapter 5: Shooting for the Stars. The birth of SpaceX. After PayPal's success, Elon Musk had wealth, freedom, and recognition. But deep inside, he wasn't satisfied. Money alone didn't excite him. His true passion had always been space, and the dream of making humanity a multiplanetary species. In the early 2000s, Elon looked at NASA and felt frustrated. Space exploration had slowed down. Humans had gone to the moon in 1969, yet decades later, we still hadn't gone further. To him, that was unacceptable. Elon had one mission in mind: make space travel affordable. He believed that if rockets could be reused instead of thrown away after each launch, costs could be slashed dramatically. But at that time, even the idea sounded crazy. In 2002, he founded SpaceX, Space Exploration Technologies Corp., starting with his own money. At first, people laughed. Journalists called him a dot-com millionaire playing with rockets. Experts doubted him, saying rocket science wasn't for outsiders. But Musk didn't care. He had a vision. The early years were brutal. SpaceX's first rocket, the Falcon 1, failed 3 times between 2006 and 2008. Each failure cost millions, and the company was on the verge of bankruptcy. Elon was pouring almost all of his PayPal fortune into SpaceX, and the world thought he would lose everything. But Elon refused to give up. In 2008, with just enough money for one last attempt, SpaceX launched Falcon 1 for the 4th time. This time, it succeeded, making SpaceX the first privately funded company to send a rocket into Earth's orbit. That single success changed everything. NASA noticed. Soon after, SpaceX won a $1.6 billion contract to deliver cargo to the International Space Station. Elon Musk had done the impossible. He turned a failing startup into a space company competing with governments. SpaceX was no longer a dream, it was a revolution. But this was only the beginning. Musk's next goal was far more ambitious: to build reusable rockets, land them back on Earth, and one day, take humans to Mars. Chapter 6: Driving Change. Tesla and the Electric Revolution. While SpaceX was making headlines for reaching the stars, Elon Musk's vision wasn't limited to outer space. On Earth, he saw another challenge. The planet was running out of clean energy, and cars were polluting at alarming rates. Elon knew the solution lay in electric vehicles, EVs, but convincing the world wouldn't be easy. In 2004, he joined Tesla Motors, a small startup working on electric cars, as chairman and major investor. Musk didn't just provide funding, he immersed himself in every detail, from battery design to car aesthetics. He wanted EVs not to be boring or slow. They had to be fast, stylish, and desirable, something people would want to buy. The journey was far from smooth. Tesla faced repeated technical problems, production delays, and financial crises. At one point, Musk invested almost all of his personal fortune to keep the company afloat. Critics called him reckless, claiming that an electric car company would never succeed against traditional automakers. But Musk persevered. In 2008, Tesla launched the Roadster, a sleek electric sports car that proved EVs could be fast, beautiful, and viable. Later, models like the Model S and Model 3 made electric cars mainstream, combining performance, luxury, and sustainability. Tesla didn't just revolutionize cars, it forced the entire auto industry to rethink the future. Today, almost every major car manufacturer is building electric vehicles, a testament to Elon's vision. Beyond cars, Tesla expanded into energy storage and solar power, creating a clean energy ecosystem designed to reduce humanity's reliance on fossil fuels. Musk's dream was bigger than selling cars. It was about saving the planet while inspiring innovation. With Tesla, Elon Musk proved one of his core beliefs. If something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are against you. Chapter 7: Solar Power and Sustainable Future. For Elon Musk, transforming transportation wasn't enough. He wanted to redefine how the world generates and consumes energy. Our planet was running out of resources, and he believed that clean, renewable energy was the key to survival and innovation. In 2006, Musk co-founded SolarCity, a company focused on making solar power accessible and affordable for homes and businesses. The vision was ambitious: a world where solar energy powers everything from cars to cities, reducing dependence on fossil fuels and helping fight climate change. SolarCity wasn't just about solar panels. Elon wanted a complete sustainable ecosystem. Tesla's energy storage products, like Powerwall, worked hand in hand with SolarCity, allowing families and businesses to store solar energy for use day or night. This combination was designed to revolutionize energy consumption on a global scale. Musk faced criticism again. Skeptics said solar power was too expensive, impractical, and unlikely to replace traditional energy sources. But Elon's philosophy was clear. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. By integrating solar power, battery storage, and electric vehicles, Musk created a vision of a sustainable future, one where humans could power their lives without destroying the planet. His work wasn't just about technology, it was about ensuring humanity's survival and inspiring the world to think bigger and greener. Through Tesla and SolarCity, Musk proved that innovation and sustainability could go hand in hand, showing the world that the future doesn't have to cost the Earth, it can save it. Chapter 8. From Sci-Fi to Reality, Hyperloop, Neuralink. The Boring Company. Elon Musk isn't just a businessman, he's a visionary who turns science fiction into reality. While most people focus on one industry, Musk constantly pushes the boundaries of what's possible, dreaming of a future that feels like it's straight out of a sci-fi novel. In 2013, Musk introduced the concept of the Hyperloop, a high-speed transportation system where pods travel in low-pressure tubes at over 700 miles per hour. Critics laughed, calling it impossible. But Musk's idea sparked innovation worldwide, inspiring engineers and companies to develop prototypes. The Hyperloop became a symbol of thinking beyond the ordinary. Then came Neuralink, a company dedicated to merging humans with artificial intelligence. Musk envisions a future where people can interface directly with computers, potentially treating neurological diseases and even enhancing human intelligence. It sounds like a movie plot, but for Elon, it's a step toward ensuring humanity thrives in an AI-driven world. And for those tired of traffic, Musk launched The Boring Company, a venture aimed at creating underground tunnels to revolutionize urban transportation. From flamethrowers to tunnel diggers, this company demonstrates Elon's ability to combine humor, risk, and bold innovation in one mission. These projects share one core principle. Musk doesn't just chase money, he chases the future itself. Every idea, no matter how audacious, is rooted in solving real problems and pushing humanity forward. With Hyperloop, Neuralink, and The Boring Company, Elon Musk proves that the line between imagination and reality is meant to be blurred, and that no idea is too crazy if it can change the world. Chapter 9. Triumphs and Trials. Struggles behind success. Elon Musk's journey is a story of unbelievable triumphs, but behind every success lies immense struggle. His life has been a roller coaster of risks, criticism, and personal sacrifice. SpaceX rockets exploded, Tesla nearly went bankrupt, and investors often doubted his vision. Musk faced relentless pressure, working 100-hour weeks, sleeping on factory floors, and making decisions that could either save or sink his companies. Critics called him reckless, overambitious, even arrogant, but Elon saw things differently. When something is important enough, you do it even if the odds are not in your favor. His personal life also faced challenges. Multiple marriages, intense media scrutiny, and the constant balancing of family and work tested him like nothing else. But Musk's resilience never faltered. He turned failures into lessons, criticism into fuel, and pressure into relentless drive. Even when Tesla faced production hell, SpaceX rockets blew up, and the world doubted him, Musk kept his eyes on the bigger picture, solving humanity's most pressing problems. This chapter reminds us that success is never easy. Every triumph requires sacrifice, courage, and the willingness to face failure head-on. For Elon Musk, the struggles didn't break him, they made him unstoppable. Through every setback and challenge, he proved that true visionaries don't quit. They innovate, fight, and redefine what's possible. Chapter 10. Legacy of a Visionary. Shaping the Future. Elon Musk's journey is more than a story of wealth or fame. It's a story of vision, courage, and relentless pursuit of the impossible. From a curious boy in South Africa to the man leading multiple industries on Earth and beyond, Musk has redefined what it means to be an innovator. Through SpaceX, he is pushing humanity toward becoming a multiplanetary species, proving that space travel isn't just a dream, but a reachable reality. With Tesla, he's accelerating the world's shift to sustainable energy, showing that environmental responsibility and profit can coexist. Through ventures like Neuralink, The Boring Company, and Hyperloop, Musk continues to challenge conventions, transforming sci-fi ideas into real-world innovations. But Elon's legacy isn't just in rockets, cars, or solar panels. It's in the inspiration he provides. He teaches the world that no dream is too big. Failures are stepping stones, not dead ends. Vision combined with action can change the course of humanity. Elon Musk has become a symbol of relentless curiosity, fearless innovation, and audacious ambition. He reminds us that the boundaries of possibility are not fixed, they are waiting to be pushed. As the world watches him plan missions to Mars, develop brain-computer interfaces, and accelerate the energy revolution, one thing is certain: Elon Musk's story is far from over, and his impact will shape the future for generations to come. The boy who once coded a video game in South Africa has now reached for the stars and taken the rest of humanity along with him,